Okay, you guys, so I am going to be talking about just a few tips to sign distributors and to take advantage of the 50% off deal that we have going on right now. P.S. Is my dishwasher too loud in the background or is it fine? No? Okay. Someone not tell me if it gets too loud. Um, and I'm also going to go over how I use influencer applications to shorten the process of signing a distributor. I'm not going to go over how to make the influencer applications. Nat helped me with a really good Zoom um, a couple months ago for that, and she teaches in depth how to do it. It is like a private link just because we have like customer information on there, and I just want it to stay like within the team. So not that it's like personal information. And she said it was fine if it was posted publicly, but I'm just still weird about it. So that's just me. Side note. Sorry, totally getting off track. But I'm not going to go over how to make it. Okay, so that's an entirely separate training that you can watch if you need to know how to make one. But if you already have one made and you've been taking my advice on getting on this train, good for you. Here's how you use it now. So I'm just going to give you like a little tiny example as to how a conversation would go. So I really want y'all to pay attention because this is legitimately how I have my conversations every single time I'm talking to a potential distributor, outside of a few random questions that they'll have that differ from one another's. But generally speaking, distributor conversations especially are always the same. Everybody has the exact same fears. I don't have time. I don't have enough money. My family's going to judge me. I'm not going to make my money back. All the things that we were afraid of, right? Again, totally separate Zoom. We've gone over lots of fears and all that kind of stuff. But here's an example. So you put up a post, an opportunity post, and today, for example, about the 50% off kits. Or maybe it wasn't even about the kits, but about the opportunity. And someone comments on it and says like, I'm interested, or can you send me info, or whatever it is. They even just drop an emoji. They're getting this message from me. And this is the same for both customers and distributors for me. But I think that this is a really important piece. When I reach out to them, I always say the same thing. I always reiterate that they're interested in whatever they commented on. So if they voted on my story, if they answered a poll, if they commented on my post, whatever it is, I message them saying, hey, I saw your comment on my post. I saw your vote on my story. Fill in the blank, right? Are you interested in making extra money with me? Or are you interested in more info on what I do? Keep it casual, like one word sentence. If it was a keto coffee post, you do the same thing. Hey, I saw your comment on my post. Are you interested in more information on the keto coffee? And then you jump into the rest of the questions, right? But since we're talking about distributors, I message them saying that. They say, yes, I am. I say, okay, perfect. Have you ever heard of It Works Global before me? And if they say yes, I say perfect. And then I jump into this spiel. But let's pretend they say no. They've never heard of It Works Global. So I send this message. I'm literally going to put my script in the comments. So there's absolutely no reason you shouldn't have it. I will share, of course. Let's see. Okay, so this is my script, and I'll read it out loud so that those on the recording can also have this information. But I say, what? Really? Well, a little bit more about us then. We're a debt-free billion-dollar health and wellness company. We were in Fortune 500, Forbes, and the Grammy Suites the last few years. We have over 50 all-natural plant-based products. Click the link in my bio, because I always have my milkshake app in my bio. Click the link in my bio to read more about me and apply. Let me know as soon as you do, and I will send you all the info on how you will be paid. And I always put like a heart eyes and like an explosion or something. I know that it seems silly, but seriously, add emojis. It's so stupid, but people will feel like you're so hyped if you like put exclamation points and heart eyes. I'm not telling you to be like over dramatic about it, but like in this situation, it's appropriate to put something at the end of this and like act excited about it. Okay, so then one of two things is going to happen. They're either going to go immediately fill out the application, or the next day you're going to follow up with them by simply saying, hey, did you fill out that application okay? And I literally will ask them that same question 3 different ways for the next 3 days until they fill out the application. Or they're going to immediately fill it out. And if they fill it out, I read it over, and pretty much as long as they're 18 and up, and I'm already having a conversation with them, so I think that they would be a good fit for this. If they're 18 and up, I'm sending them the full rundown. So at that point, that's when I'm sending the long message that basically says, so it's this much to join, this is why I joined, this is how you make the money, blah, 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 blah. It goes over the virtual samples, that whole thing. That script is in the team page in Unit 1 if you guys need access to that, okay? And I'll make sure that that's updated. I'll write myself a note to put one for when it's 50% off so that you guys have that too. I'll make one for that. Okay, so they filled out the application. I sent them the full rundown. And sometimes I will send the full rundown and then wait to see what they say, because if they're willing to join for $99, if I only have a limited amount of promo codes, I'm not going to like jump to just give it to anyone, right? Like if they don't ask me for it or don't like fight the $99, I'll keep the code and use it for somebody who complains about the $90. But for instance, like right now, where it's 50% off for everyone until Wednesday, you would say something, you would send the full rundown. Hey, this is Lex Huffman from Instagram. Let me send you that info on how you'd be paid, full rundown. And then I would send another message, literally 3 separate messages. And I would say, and if you're interested in doing this with me right now, I can even make it 50% off for you, which would make it less than $50 to join. Are you ready to do this with me? Right? So keep it simple, but always like assume that they're wanting to do this with you. Okay. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, if they don't fill out the application and you've messaged them 3 separate times asking if they filled out the application, okay, follow up again. Hey, how are you? I just wanted to check in and see if you were still looking to make an extra income. I would love to have you. That simple. If they don't answer again, hey girl, can I get your number and text you the rest of the info on what I do? Maybe they don't want to apply. I'm just going to send them the full rundown and see what they say. Screw it. Why not? So I just wrote down follow up again and again and again until they enroll. Okay, DT enrolling tips. That's kind of how I use influencer apps. It's so simple. Let me kind of give you an overview of how I used to have the conversation and how it used to go. I used to have the conversation, same message, reiterating they wanted to make an extra income, same sort of thing if they said they didn't know what It Works was. But I would say, can I send you a quick video? They would have to watch a video. 6 out of 10 people never watched the video. And then I would have to text them the full rundown and get this whole thing. And it was like weeks worth, sorry you guys, of conversation. And with this, it has made my conversations so much quicker. And the people, I will absolutely say that I have noticed a huge difference for the people who have filled out an influencer application with me and I've sent them the full rundown. The rate that they join is so much quicker after I send the rundown than if I send a video. So I don't know why that is. That's just for me personally. There's no right or wrong way. I'm not telling you you shouldn't or can't send a video, but this is personally what has worked for me to enroll so many distributors the last couple months. Especially when we have codes like this, or not codes, but discounted kits like this. I love just going through all of my influencer applications because they're all stored in one place and all their phone numbers are right there. And I just go through and I text every single person that has filled out an influencer application with me. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that my company just announced that it is 50% off to join me right now. So it is less than $50. And I'll even put a little blurb like, I guarantee you spent $49 on a million things, none of which has provided you with a paycheck or an opportunity to change your life. Is now a better time to do this with me? Even if you've never sent a follow-up before and you sent the rundown a week ago and you forgot to follow up, send that message. Okay. So drop a 1 if that all makes sense so far. You feel like you have a good grasp of how to use your influencer application so that it's not just sitting there in your bio with not getting any hits. Perfect. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a few tips on how I enroll distributors. It is so simple, but there's a few mistakes that people make. So I do the same things that y'all do now. Post, I add to my stories, and I went live all the time. Anytime I go live, I pretty much sign a distributor. Not every single time, but very close to at least 50%. So it's no different than you. What I see people make the mistake of is not being consistent with those things, not having the mentality of proving people wrong, and not giving it enough time. When you are looking for customers, people who want to lose weight will spend $100 yesterday because they want to lose the weight. People who want to make an extra income have a negative stigma around network marketing because of what society has portrayed our business to be, right? Network marketing has this huge thing that they're all scams, which we all know is not true. I'm not going to get into the whole pyramid scheme thing. Y'all know. But people give up before the getting gets good. You guys will post, and I'm not saying like you on this Zoom, but distributors as a whole will post for a month, 2 months. I don't give a shit if it's 6 months or a year, and will say, why am I not enrolling? You know how long I waited to join this business, y'all? Like well over a year. Well over a year. I have people who I guaranteed, have been watching me since day one and are not going to join me for another 2 years. But you bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to be here when they're ready. Right? Because everyone is so worth it, and I'm in it for the long shot, and I've already taken quitting off the table. So I'm here for good. Y'all can count on me to show up every day of the week for you. Every day. And yesterday. But point being, people will do it for a short period of time and then wonder why they're not enrolling. Or they'll post one day here, post one day there, and they're not consistent with it. Or they're not really preaching from the rooftops. Or maybe you're being super ingenuine in your posts, and people can feel that. Nobody wants a robot. Nobody wants the fake social media sales girl on social. They want you. They want to know what you're doing. What is your life like? And I wrote this quote down because I was watching a Gary Vee video today, and he said, document over create. And it made me think about posting, and where a lot of distributors get so caught up on, I don't know what to say. I haven't had any success in this yet. It's not about what you're saying. It's about being ignorance on fire and talking about how you have no freaking clue what you're doing, and you're having so much fun, and you have such a huge support system, and wow, the friends you're making. And the fact that I get to make an extra income while all that is happening is such a bonus. Like, it's so simple. You don't have to lie. You don't have to talk about the fact that you're making $1 million. Don't be the scam that people think that you are. You are you, and somebody needs you to show up, to show them that they can do this too. We are all so different. We all fall on a different color on the personality test. We all have different things that rub us the wrong way. We all have different things that set our souls on fire. And there are going to be people who mesh better with Nat than they do with me. There are going to be people who mesh better with Jamie than they do with me. You know, every single one of you is going to attract a different type of person. But that's the beauty of this, is that absolutely anyone can do this. And our job through posting is to show them that. And I think also you got to remember why you're here. Why are you looking to sign distributors? When people tell me that they're not enrolling distributors and they're frustrated about it, it's like, hang on, wait a second. You have to remember that when you're enrolling a distributor, are you enrolling them because you want the best for them and you want to see them succeed? You want them to be able to pay their rent on time, to pay for school in cash? Or do you want to fill a box? Because it's not about you when you're enrolling distributors. You are helping someone else completely change their life. Completely. I see a newbie on here tonight. And I'm so excited that she's on here, and this is probably like a totally advanced Zoom for her. But it's good to hear because people need to see that you're in this for the long haul. Don't be the person who falls into the microwave society that we are forced to be in. There is so much life ahead of us, you guys. We have so many years of our lives left, of our kids' lives. It's not about right now. I don't care how hard I have to work and how much I'm getting paid right now. I am so focused on where we're going to be in 5-10 years and where my kids are going to be at. And they won't even know it yet financially and all the things and being able to travel. All that stuff is so cool. But the reason that we are signing distributors is so that they can have that. So stop worrying about the fact that you're not signing a distributor. Start looking at who you can serve. Who are you providing value to? Even if they're not joining you today and they plan on joining you in a year, they follow you because you're inspirational as hell. They follow you because they love your vibe. They follow you because your kids are cute or because you're cute. Who knows? Right? That's where branding yourself comes in. But give this enough time. Be consistent with your posts. Be consistent with your stories. And shout from the rooftops what you're about. If somebody is putting up a hat for you and it's a cash giveaway, that should be a really good hint for you that they are the perfect, they need this opportunity. They are the perfect person to offer this. Someone who puts up a hat for you. If a single potential customer tells you they don't have money for the product, perfect. I have a way for you to get the product for free and make an extra income. How does that sound? That's literally all I ask. You know, and it's like, it's pretty much undeniable. I feel like the opportunity completely sells itself. There's not a lot you have to do, and there's no convincing that needs to happen. I will never convince a distributor to join me. I will tell you how worthy you are and how excited I am for you and how bummed I'm going to be if you don't take that opportunity on yourself. Right? Okay, document over create. Give this enough time. Be consistent. Prove those people wrong who are watching every day to wait for you to fail or to give up because they want this too. And they know that if you fail, they're going to fail. The only way to fail in this business is to give up, is to quit, is to stop working. And what you do by showing up every day, what I've done for the last 2 years by posting every day, is showing those people who have been like, this is only going to last 2 weeks, that I'm here for the long haul. And if it's working for me, it obviously can work for them, right? So no convincing. If you have to convince people to join, you're going to have to convince them to work. If they're willing to do the work, if this is the Tiffany that I think it is, she pre-sold samples to get here, y'all. If they want it, they will make it happen. If the people are willing, if you're willing to give the tools and they take it, let them run with it. She's going to have 6 customers by like tomorrow. So get excited about your business, scream from the rooftops what you're doing, and I really hope that that helps. So I'm going to stop the recording.